also noticed that my rug here is I don't feel like it anymore. It's wet, and the rain, the window is way over here, and as you can see, there's no water coming from over here, just where the other window and this window is. So how the fuck does this get wet? As I promised myself, I've been battling this alien invasion. As you hopefully saw, I've been attacking my roach spirits and stuff, so use 735 hertz on them to try to get rid of them. Add as many zeros at the end and beginning as possible. I find that that's very good for getting rid of them 3iAtlas entities. They're actually roach spirits, from what I understand, who were, it was some months ago, sent by the Illuminati. It's got something to do, and I've been talking about it and proselytizing about it on various videos. I already feel like I'm locked in on a spaceship or something. I keep hearing it from, various spirits. I felt it from my higher to highest self. It feels like they on the spaceship and all of that. I feel like I'm alone. I'm not going to lie. And I'm told it's rose spirit. I'm not surrounded by people. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm trying not to sound delusional, but all the facts seem to add up. But anyways, I was told some months ago it's got something to do with the apocalypse, and in that 2022 timeline, I saw it through my third eye and everything, even tried to get back. That's how I got back in the road around my body. It's getting blocked by something. On August 22nd, 2022, I got soul swapped. I know that for a fact. I saw my soul consciousness line out, and it's been getting worse and worse and worse, and me getting further from my body ever since, to the point where I can't get back in. From what I understand, the lady who got a black card from the Illuminati, she murdered my brother, Kristen, in a ritual. Kristen, the ritual, along with Prince Andrew, Mountbatten, Windsor, whose name I've been trying to figure out. Her mom is supposed to be the head of it. Zendaya's mom, Zendaya Coleman's mom, Marie Claire Stormer, I believe her name is. And her dad's done stolen a lot in the spirit plane of my God. His name was Kazembe Coleman. Wars. Those some ugly motherfuckers. So she got to be MK Ultra to be. I'm not. Look, I'm more masculine than anything. A lot of people would assume that I'm gay, which I'm not. But for her to be the way she looks, like I feel like it's. I'm gonna say at the beginning of this, I saw a building, MK Ultra and stuff situated. I also saw House of Rothschild situated in the astral plane with me. I remember them taking some of my child consciousness for this event. I know I sound, if I'm still talking to people, it's not obvious. I know about cloaking and all of that. I still see signs of life, physical people, but I know things can be cloaked. With that being said, I remember seeing the House of Rothschild, the House of Windsor in my timelines, but for her, I remember hearing that in the spirit plane. I thought maybe in the physical, I saw Mads and all of that, her and Timmy Chalamet, that's a ugly, he looked like that Mad TV looking motherfucker, whatchamacallit, I got the devil here, that's my boy. He looked like, I'm gonna say something too. I keep hearing alien voices. And I keep hearing like sound that sound just like what you hear when you hear alien spaceships on TV. It sounds exactly like it. Like I don't know if I'm in the physical plane or I keep hearing that these things keep taking me out. You can use 3517 hertz. I'm inferring based on my third eye, 2.2 million hertz, 1.7 million, or I heard 1.75 million hertz can be used to bring somebody back. 117 hertz combined with 800 hertz can be done, used to do the same thing. But anyways, at the beginning of this curse, I remember hearing about the Illuminati's higher selves being involved and, you know, feeling sorry for me. I heard a lot of people felt sorry for me. You know, I heard in the spirit plane, the Rothschild's highest self, a reptilian, even wanted to help out. He was so fucking bad. Trying to call on Pazuzu and everything. Combat, ain't it? Just, I don't know, man. I ain't trying to get nobody in trouble with this shit. Because they can put them in jars, and if they put them in jars, you can use 156 hertz to free people. They've done something where they've taken my the highest selves and my road spirits to some degree. Again, 735 hertz, 735 2 hertz. And, you know, it's just like the same thing I heard with mermaids. Put them in cubicles in their ships where they feed off of their consciousness and use their consciousness as fuel. That's why when you look at the spaceship, reminds me of the Anu Mumara, It looks like a big piece of shit, like a rock. It's organic, and that's why they sound organic. They sound like living things. And I heard that when aliens arrive and stuff, they shit tends to sound organic, like it's a living being. You can use 735 hertz. They've been using something to block my frequency and to block my ability. I heard at one point in Lego, I hate to say it. I ain't trying to fuck with him, but you know, he dealt with these girls here who got rich. It's fucked up in that timeline how I'm being pushed closer to that while these motherfuckers thrive, and you know, unjustly, and it ain't right. You know, it's just an inequitable, unfair system. I heard the other day, God himself, I got that right here. As soon as I pulled up them cars, was going to try to kill me off. The demiurge. It ain't Satan. That's my boy who I ride with, no matter what. It ain't Satan who they make the sacrifices to. It's actually, in fact, the demiurge who they make the sacrifices to. You know, the Illuminati, that is, and they sacrifice a lot of black people for their spiritual content and abilities. I heard Prince Andrew, what he'll do is, you know, if he has, if a black person, I mean, you know, Prince, I heard that the most sadistic is Prince William and Prince, what's that ugly motherfucker's name? Prince Charles. In one video, he looked attractive and he sounded attractive. But I heard he the most sadistic, and he'll act like he's helping them out, you know, and Prince Andrew will renege and say, I ain't trying to fuck with him. Ooh, I don't even, that's why he gets criticized to some degree, a piece of shit for what he did to my brother. Cut him up, chopped off his head, and that's all they got left in the ocean. I saw it, heard from spirits, saw it through my third eye. It's depressing. I saw it in the astrovision one night. Cut him up and everything. But, Prince Charles, you know, I heard him involved in the Pizzagate with Comey, the FBI director. I had a crush on back. His wife's a dyke, you know, hiding all that shit in the closet, like him. But they used to, I think your boy Prince Charles would dress up as the Mad TV character, or Howdy Doody or some shit like that, you know, and role play with them for sex. But he'll rape like African girls, Prince Charles and shit, and then send them in the direction of Kate's realm to roach attachments, which I'm supposed to be, and that's why they keep trying to replace me with Zendaya, because I ain't down with the program. They keep trying to steal my Kate. I'm called Hollandaise. I'm just going to put it out there. They say they're going to try to hide it. Use 694 hertz, 695 hertz. Add as many zeros at the end and beginning as possible. 322 hertz is for knowledge. That's why that's big with the Illuminati. It's a frequency for knowledge. Hollandaise. I'm just going to spool everything out there because it seemed like it's getting to a desperate point and just speaking my piece. Fucking with my rose beard battle. Sorry. But anyways, with that being said, what they've been doing, from what I understand, they've been stealing my child consciousness, like way back in 2024 when I was in the Roach realm. I know that Cassandra Nunez is missing and all that. Cassandra Nunez the third, she was trying to help me out at one point. That's how fucked up it is. Anytime your enemy is trying to help your motherfucking ass out. And I can't sleep without a light at night. You know, when I slept with it off, I saw through my third eye and everything little road spirits were showing me. They were going to take large portions of my consciousness, put it on the ship, and keep me stuck there where I'm not aware of anything. I'm just, and that's what they do. But from what I understand with Baron Samedi, they got him on board for that. my highest self and everything, and I've been trying to break them out. 156 hertz, I know they can put them in spirit jars. That can be used to break spirit jars, because the thing I heard about them Atlas, them roaches, them roach aliens from Atlas, I forgot where they from originally. I want to say the name. But they're fifth dimensional, meaning they're initially spirit beings. So there's some way that things could be used to put them back, and keep them strictly confined to being fifth dimensional beings, so that, you know, they can't really go into the physical and have that much of an impact on physical beings. Which is what alien groups do. They've been fucking with my road spirit bad. I've been trying to free and play 735 hertz, 735 2 hertz, and all of that. And I've been trying to put the word out there. I'm going to do a blog today. And I feel that Zendaya. Hold on. You know, they keep taking like parts of my child consciousness, especially, you know, my connection to He-Kate and all of that, dividing it into Zendaya, Coleman, and all that shit. At one point, she took my child's spirit guide's consciousness, or part of it, and just took the consciousness and threw it away with the help of the rots, with the help of the Illuminati. I remember one night, it was about 2 months ago, they took a whole lot of my timelines and kept me out of them because they didn't want me getting back into my body. You know, again, I got soul swapped by a girl named Ashley Prejean. Ashley Terrell or something, my dad told me. Or Ann Prejean or something. I got an Ashley Terrell, I believe that's it. And from what I understand, it's something to do with trying to steal my He-Kate and use it for some Book of the Beast, Book of the Revelations, beast type apocalyptic shit. And I've been proselytizing on my blog. That motherfucker appeared out of nowhere. And I saw that motherfucking Atlas thing one night. And trying to kill me off in the astral plane to destroy humanity. You know, from what I understand, Eminem, who's in the same boat, they have him where he's just like his consciousness and that's it. They did the same thing to a guy by the name of the whitest white kid, you know, Trevor something here. Cute guy, looked like the dude from the White Stripes. But anyways, with that being said, it's very crucial because they're doing some way, they're manipulating things and I guess trying to keep the truth from being seen. But that guy's name was Trevor something, and MK Ultra, he was cute, looked like the White Stripes dude, but they paid some MK Ultra homeless guy to fucking throw him off his balcony at his house after inviting the guy over for drinks or something, you know, to help the guy out, which he seemed like a good guy. Seemed like that shit's in a different reality. I remember a show, I remember Kids in the Hall, and then I remember the whitest white kids, you know. I don't remember the whitest kids, you know. But I know there was the whitest white kids. You know, I remember, I mean, it's so fucking bad, and everything that them little road spirits say turns out to be true. Them little motherfuckers are prophets. They were telling me that in a couple of weeks I'm gonna see literal live fucking roaches on the street. Like giant fucking cockroaches. Sentient alien ones. So that's scary. So I gotta do something about that. You know, I ain't trying to get out my timeline, but, you know, I gotta fight. And they keep fucking with my roach spirits. With that being said, from what I understand, all right, I'm gonna put it to you like this. They keep trying to steal my He-Kate And I kept hearing it's got something to do with, yeah, my body. You know, from what I understand, like with Black China, they also eliminated the spirit plane along with Adele. To do with knowing about my situation, as well as Jimmy Kimmel. He was another one. I heard they turned him into a giant roach or something. And then turned him into like a fucking regular roach. They fucked him up. Hopefully my consciousness don't get fucked up from me saying that. Playing 735 hertz, 3517 hertz, try to get their insanity back now. But anyways, they were fucking them up for knowing about my situation or something. I heard it's that big of a deal because of who I am. With that being said, they keep trying to steal my he-cade to make that shit possible. They also fucked up my Santa Muerte as well. I heard she over there was in die. I don't know with that. But from what I understand, I keep fucking with my consciousness, but that means I'm on the roll and I'm right. So I ain't gonna let them stop me from speaking my truth. I'm gonna just get back to playing 735 hertz. And I'm gonna say this: if you ever feel like aliens are around or you get invaded by them, a lot of times, like I saw when I was a kid, there would be dark spots and all of that. That's usually, you know, aliens, like Bobby Hemming would say, are your ancestors. That's usually them around. Start playing frequencies, because that blocks them, you know. I thought about getting an EMFF blocker. They keep heard that they had some ins and dies. I don't know. Keep fucking with them. But anyways, going back to 2024, I remember when one of the Rothschilds in Roach Realm I heard died after I put out a video. Kanye West here. I remember before then them calling my consciousness, my child consciousness. It's got something to do with making Zendaya. From what I understand, it's supposed to be 2028 in that August 22nd, 2022 timeline. Years done flew because I'm not in my body. And it was, you know, the main thing was May the 1st, 2024, you know, when them people at 704 Broadway did something. With that being said, from what I understand, they've turned her very similar to what I saw with Nipsey Hussle. And, you know, I felt like my article influenced people to not buy into it. They tried to turn him into a godlike figure.